Hello, my name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today I want to talk about data privacy and the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA. COPPA is a comprehensive federal privacy law aimed at children and what children do and how they use the internet. Currently, it's probably our most comprehensive privacy law in the U.S., especially around children. It has a lot of features in it, but basically the gist is that companies that have users that are under the age of 13, they have certain things that they have to do in order to have them use their tools. So for example, someone under the age of 13, there needs to be a parental consent for them to be able to use certain things. There are limitations in terms of what data can be collected about individuals that are under 13. You may see websites where they say you have to check a box and say, okay, you agree that you're over 13 in order to use this. So a lot of companies try to dodge the question or dodge the issue by just having this checkbox so that they don't have to really think about all the things that are required if someone is under the age of 13. This becomes a challenge, especially when companies have things that maybe they are targeted towards children and people who are over 13. So maybe a family or people within a family that are using certain tools. So there was a recent case, very interesting, around this COPPA law. It's called WW International, which is formerly Weight Watchers. So Weight Watchers had an app and a website called Curbu. And Curbu is a kind of a weight loss app. And so this app was targeted to families, that include children. So the FTC filed a case against Weight Watchers and in terms of the app that they're using. So they said that this company, they were collecting data of children under the age of 13, including kind of their name, their birth date. This app tracks like people's habits, like the things that they eat, things like that. And they said that they found children on this app as young as 8 years old, where they have kind of their birthday and other information there. The FTC said that they felt like this company didn't have the proper mechanisms within their app to have a parent make sure that they have a valid parental consent. They also said that they didn't have the things within the app to make sure that someone was over the age of 13 to use this app. So for example, they have people, children who had their birthdays in this app and they obviously were under the age of 13, and then just not having the documentation or information around the parental consent. I think this is a big deal case because I think a lot of people have been dismayed that companies have sort of dodged this under 13 thing in apps or with COPPA as a result of them just having to check a box. So I think that FTC was really concerned that they felt like Weight Watchers was not really checking to see what the age of the person was, and then being able to sort of do other things with their data that's kind of away from what is expected. So what happened with this case is that Weight Watchers got fined $1.5 million. They have to delete all the data of anyone that's under the age of 13, and also they have to delete any of the algorithms related to this app and for those children. So I think it's a big deal, especially for people who thought that FTC wasn't paying attention. For apps that are collecting data of people under the age of 13. I also think that companies are going to be in for a bit of a shock, especially as we see some of these laws in California, like CCPA and CPRA, especially CPRA, where they're basically tripling the fines for companies that run afoul of data uses for people that not only under the age of 13, but possibly the age of 16. So a person that is between the age of 13 and 16, if you're a company that serves that group, there may be other things that your company needs to do that weren't in COPA that you may have to comply with that are in these California laws or some other laws. So I think it's going to be a very interesting time, because I think companies sometimes, especially if they're building apps where there are kind of a wide range of people in different age groups using it, they need to understand that for people, especially under 13, and a lot of times under 16, you have to handle their data a bit differently. That's it. Thank you.